So we're back out in the Sky Garden doing a flash interview with Dr. Martina Callaghan from the Wellcome Trust Centre for Neuroimaging, and it's also known as the PHIL.
That's right,
it?
yes.
So what are your responsibilities there?
So at the PHIL, I'm head of physics and leading a group that are supporting a lot of the cognitive neuroscience that's conducted at the centre, as well as conducting our own research and following our own research programmes. So a lot of the work that we do is about developing anatomical, structural and functional biomarkers that give us more insight into how the brain is working on a microstructural level.
And what do you get out of coming to the meeting? I know this isn't your first ISMRM.
No, I've been coming to ISMRM for quite some time now, probably more years than I'd care to remember. But I very much enjoy it because it's a great opportunity to meet people. Not only people that I already collaborate with, but people that I wouldn't necessarily collaborate with, but that it's still great to interact with and have, really interesting and positive discussions with. And also you get to meet then people that know other people. So your network extends every time you come to the conference.
And now we're on day 4, the final full day. Have you had any highlights at all this week?
Oh, I think there've been many highlights. A lot of interesting work has been presented. I've gone to some nice user group meetings, learning more about different hardware that could be added onto the system, like perspective motion correction, also the scope camera for field monitoring. So that's been very interesting and very useful. I'm exhausted, so never really got over the jet lag, and it's good to know we're getting through the end. Yeah.
Well, Martina Callaghan, thank you very much for your flash interview.
Thank you, Julie.
So back in the Sky Garden with Martina Callaghan, we were just walking back to the conference centre and started talking about social media and why you choose to use it.
So one of the points that I was making to Julie is that I think it's really useful in terms of hearing what other people are saying about particularly interesting work that's highlighted in popular media, that makes it onto the actual news channels and so on. It's interesting to hear then what experts within the field think that might be coming at it from a different angle to where I would see it. So I find that really useful. I also find it really useful in terms of hearing what people think in a kind of a brief digest.
Yeah,
that is the nature of Twitter.
Yeah.
So you can get to see very rapid dialogue between multiple people and kind of be a spectator to a discussion that's going on, or get involved, whichever you wish, whichever suits, depending on the topic. I think it's also very interesting in terms of having work highlighted, work that you might not see, but then when somebody tweets about it, you begin to say, oh, maybe I missed something, or you get a digested list of particularly interesting papers that then you can then take the time to go through and read.
And there are several Twitter accounts that do curate certain subject matters, aren't there?
Yeah. For example, MRI papers, which collates them
That's
through.
A very good one, yeah.
Yes, and even the publishers themselves can sometimes do that, where they'll highlight particular papers that they think will be of most interest to the wider readership.
Absolutely. Well, Martina, thank you for your extended flash.
Thank you.